What's up, YouTube? This is Greg Schmidt here at Majestic Nature Photography, and I'd like to welcome you all to my video all about watermarks in Lightroom. Today I'm not only going to be showing you how to use Adobe Lightroom to apply watermarks to your images, but I'm also going to give you a few tips and tricks along the way to help you with your photography and make life a little bit easier for you. Now, it goes without saying that when using watermarks, obviously the first thing that you're going to need is a watermark. Now, it can be anything as simple as just a basic line of text, you know, copyright, your name, all rights reserved, that sort of thing. A lot of people do that. Or if you want to be a little bit fancier, you can use a graphic. Now, I've actually cut out this step from this video because there's about as many ways to make an image as you can possibly think of. The most common are usually Adobe Photoshop, or a lot of people actually use Microsoft Paint. It doesn't have to be anything real fancy. In fact, you want your watermarks to be pretty simple. So I've actually eliminated that step. The option that I use now is I actually go through a company called Photologo, and I have their website right here. They do amazing watermarks, and they're really not that bad. They're pretty reasonably cheap, and they actually have an amazing turnaround time. You pay by the delivery time on them. I usually do, I think it's the 48-hour option, but I've never had to wait 48 hours for them to deliver my logo. They're really good. If you have kind of a specific design that you're thinking of, or like an overall look, just let them know, and they're awesome about matching your logo to your needs. So I very highly recommend Photologo. You can find them right here at photologo.co, and they are also on Facebook. All right, so let's say you're all ready now. You have your watermark, you're ready to go, you want to apply it to your images. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and fire up Lightroom. Whoop. All right. Alright, so here you are in Lightroom. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to use this image, which you probably recognize from my background. It's a photo I took a little over a year ago on the big island of Hawaii. But for this video, this will work. So, let's pretend like this is your image. You've got it all edited up. You're ready to export. You're ready to put that watermark on there and get it out. Get it on the web so people can see it. Awesome. The very first time that you go to essentially bring your watermarks into Lightroom is going to require a few extra steps, but after that it's going to be super easy, super quick, and you won't even hardly think about it. So let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is come up here to Edit, and come down to Edit Watermarks. Now, if you plan on using just a simple string of text, this is where you would enter it. Copyright, your name, all rights reserved, that sort of thing. If you want to use a graphic, like you created your own or you went with Photologo, go ahead and click on the graphic option here, and that's going to bring up your window. Now, you're going to scroll to wherever you have your watermarks listed. I happen to have mine under Lightroom and in a separate watermarks folder. This is critical because wherever your watermarks are, as soon as you choose this, is where they will have to stay. So I do not recommend putting your watermarks on your desktop because they're so easy to accidentally delete or move. And if you do that, you're going to have to do this step all over again. So I like to put them inside Lightroom in their own dedicated folder, and that way I know for a fact that I won't accidentally move them or delete them or anything of that nature. Very, very critical. Because if you accidentally delete it and then you go to look, there's no watermark on there. Chances are you've probably either moved your original watermark file or you've accidentally deleted it. So if it doesn't have the file, it can't apply it to your image. Makes sense. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's show you how to actually import your watermark into Lightroom to apply onto your photos. I like to have two different copies myself. I like a black copy, and you can't really see it too well, but a little bit of contrast there. I like to keep a white copy as well because some photos are dark, some photos are light, and sometimes you want that little bit of contrast on your watermark to set it apart, either so it's more subtle, and other times you want a more bold watermark. It all kind of depends on whatever situation you're doing. Now, I'm going to just start off here with the Majestic nature. What the heck, we'll do white, why not? Alright, so we'll select that and say choose, and scroll on down, and there we go, just popped up right here in the lower corner. It's very small, I don't know if you can see that. But we're going to come down here to size. Now this is where you can resize it. You can make it fill the whole image if you really want to. That would be not recommended. You can make it fit the whole thing if you really want. I like to do proportional, and I find that I tend to like right around 25. I find that's about a good average size. Alright, as you can see, it resized the image down here in the lower left hand corner. Ironically, that's where under anchor it shows 9 different little buttons. You can really easily just move it around your image wherever you want. Keep in mind, however, that wherever you select, that is the location where Lightroom is going to apply this particular watermark every single time. So you don't want it somewhere where it's going to be blocking things or obscene. So for that reason, I like to go the lower left and lower right corners. All right. So for this one, we'll just do the lower left, and let's bring that over just a tad. Well, maybe the other way. There we go. I like that. So we'll move it over just one value there, and we'll bring it down. Oh, about 5. I think that's about good. Alright, now whenever you have your watermark set wherever you want it on your image, go ahead and say save, and that's going to bring up your new preset naming box. Go ahead and name it whatever you want. I recommend something that will help you remember what exactly that watermark looks like, because Lightroom will not give you a preview of your watermark until you export. So make sure to name your watermark something that is very descriptive that will remind you what it actually looks like on your image. So for this one, it's a white watermark, so I like to name it white. And in this case, it's in the lower left hand corner, so I like to say left. That way, when I go to select it, I know that it's the white watermark and it'll appear in the lower left hand corner. Go ahead and create it. Now, technically, we have our watermark imported into Lightroom and it's ready to use. You can check this by going right-click, Export, Export. Come on down, and right here where it says Watermarking, you'll see Watermark, White Left. That's what we named it. Now, as I said, it will not give you a preview until you export. So let's go ahead and export. And we'll use unique names for this demonstration. All right, exported. Let's go check that real quick. We can get rid of that. All right. And as you can see, right here is our watermark. It's white and it's in the left-hand corner, just as we said it would be. All right. Now let's say you get that and you're like, well, Okay, I like that, but I don't like where it is. Like in this image, for instance, I would like it to be over on the right-hand corner. So let's go ahead and make a new watermark. You don't have to delete it because you might need that watermark for another photo in the future, but we can make a new one. Very, very simple, very, very quick. White, we're going to choose that. Come on down here and proportional, I can't even talk anymore. Our size, there we go, was 25. And we'll scooch that on over here. Well, what am I doing? We had about 1 on the other one, so let's move that -1. Well, no, we'll keep 1. I like where 1 looks on that photo. And then for vertical, we're going to do -5. That'll make sure that it's the same size and in the same spot on the opposite side of the image, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and save that, and that'll be white, and that, since it's on the right hand side of the image, we'll say white right. Create. Alright, now let's check it. Right click, export, export, come on down, watermark, left and right. We'll go ahead and export it. Use unique names just for this demonstration, and let's check that out. There we go. I like that a lot better. See how it frees up the image, but yet it's still showing ownership of your image? That's what I like. I like simple, clean, neat. Alright. Now we also have a black version of our watermark too. So let's go ahead and get that added into Lightroom. And we'll just do the same steps over and over here. Come on down. Proportional is 25. And we had it at 1. And bring it on down to -5. Save that one. And since it's our black watermark, we're going to name it black. And it's in the left-hand corner. So black left. Create. Alright. And let's do one more, just to keep things consistent. Alright, graphic, and we're going to use the black one. Choose that. And there it is, popped up in the bottom. Our size is at 25. What's that? Horizontal 1, vertical -5. That's what our settings were on our very first one. That's where we decided that I liked it. And this time we want it on the right hand side. So just click that right hand bottom button right there and it'll move it over for you. Save that, and this is our black right watermark. Alright. Now if we go right click export and click on export, come on down here to watermark, we should see all 4 of them listed. So let's go ahead and try them out. Make sure that they're actually right. And we can export at the same time. And left. Alright. And there we go. Exported. Let's check on this. There we go. There we go. So altogether, we should have 4 completely different watermarks. We have our black right, black left, white left, and white right. And if you notice, between all 4 of those, horizontally and vertically, they actually stay the same, just flip-flopped from each other. That's what I like to see. Now let's say you accidentally made a mistake. Let's go on in here, make a watermark, and this one we're going to purposely mess up. So let's say we'll use the white one. I think it's easier to see on this photo. So we'll do that one. Bring it in, and let's make this a big old honker. Alright, there we go. And let's say you accidentally click right in the middle of your picture. Alright. Save that, and we're just gonna call this one oops. Now, we wouldn't really know it was an oops until we looked at it, but for all intents and purposes of this video, we're just going to name it oops. Alright, create that. Alright, now let's say you're going along, export, export, scroll on down, and use a unique name, and it's going to want to export that file. There we go. Nice and done. Oh, that's not what we wanted. That's not in the corner. Ah, curse you, Lightroom. Well, actually, that's really easy to do. You're going to have to re-export your folder or your photo, but that's pretty easy to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Nobody wants that. That's an ugly one. Ah, we're so upset. All right, come on back in here into Lightroom. And again, we're going to go Edit Watermarks. Go ahead and select the one that was wrong. This is why I named it Oops. And this is really, really easy to do. Just click back on your drag down box. Come on down here, delete preset Oops. Click on that. It's asking, are you sure you want to delete it because it cannot be restored? Delete. Alright, we're done with that. Go ahead and cancel. And then at this point, you would go and do your edit watermark, graphic, create a new correct watermark. Scroll down, do your size, your position, where you want it, and then save. We've already done that in this step in this video already. So we'll just cancel. Alright, now if you go back in here to export, you're probably thinking, well, what happens if I accidentally select that oops watermark? Not to fear. Watermarks, see, since we deleted it, it removed it from the library. So we don't even have to worry about that one ever showing up ever again anyway. You can also edit your watermarks here, but I like doing it through edit. And really, that's all there is to it, to watermarks. They're pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. You can do as many watermarks as you really want. You can do text and graphics. You can pretty much do whatever you want. So I hope that this video was helpful and that you guys got some enlightenment and some help out of it. And I would love to hear what you guys would love to see me do a how-to tutorial on in the future. So if you have any ideas, go ahead and drop them in the comments below, and I will be sure to read the comments and try to get as many of those suggestions and wants as I can. Now, if you also have an idea for just something else, like photography related, that you would like to see, let me know in the comments below. And again, I will read them and try to get as many of those done as I can and get those out to you. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.